Do you think that if you taste the free agency waters, you'll see good old Khabib knocking on your door?
That would be cool, man. I'm excited for that.
Night, yeah, feeling right, knuckles clench, I got the mic tight. Lay my belt on the bench, cause it's in my sights, yeah. Plus I'm coming for your head, jug, ice tight. I ain't no stranger to circumstance, don't notice I'm about to dance. I keep my ship tight, cause any moment I'm throwing hands. I'm blowing up on your man, KOing him on demand. Fight of the night, bitch, I'll put ice in my corner, man. Coming for you, ain't no weakness. Go down on a mission, no secret.
Hi guys, welcome to another Fordewin MMA interview. Today, I'm with a man who really tore it up at UFC 270. I'm with the Steamrolla, Matt Frevola. How you doing, brother? Welcome to Fordewin MMA.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm doing good, feeling good coming off that big win.
Yeah, man, you're looking happy as hell, man. It was a fun fight, for sure. It was exciting and it was memorable. I just watched you hanging around with our good friends from Remember the Show, with Belal and with Jason, and you were over there with your boy Billy Q, UFC featherweight Billy Quarantillo, for those who don't know. And man, it was fun to watch. Of course, he beat you in the game, and I'll hear your thoughts on that. But I was stuck with the friendship. It looked like you're friends for a while now. The dynamic, it's so fun. I bet that's really good energy during fight week, right? Because they were in your corner.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Me and Billy Q have been doing this together for over 10 years now. You know, we came up as amateurs in Tampa, and with always the dream of like fighting in the UFC. And now it's like we're both here, and we're enjoying the ride.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's a beautiful thing to have a friend as a partner through that journey, of course. He was in your corner with your brother, who I had known yesterday. He's the Cheese Rolla, which I thought it was amazingly funny. And Coach Arroyo as well. And it felt, from what I saw in the media, that you guys had a really tight unit and seemed to go way, way, way back. I'm sure there's a good story there. How did you get linked up with martial arts and that crew specifically?
Yeah, it was a great crew. We definitely had a lot of fun. But yeah, I wrestled in high school, and then I found Matt Serra and found jiu-jitsu. Started doing jiu-jitsu, and then I transferred to the University of Tampa. I was moving down to Tampa, and Matt Serra hooked me up with Matt Arroyo, who was on the Ultimate Fighter with them back in the day. Arroyo was on Team Serra like a while back in the day. So I linked up with Arroyo. I met Billy Q down there, and I lived down in Tampa, Florida for about 7 years, and I was training, going to school, fighting amateur, and then went pro and stayed down there. And then whenever I would come home for Christmases and summers and whatnot to see my family, I trained with Ray Longo and Matt Serra. And I moved back home to Long Island about 5 years ago. And it's been a great dynamic between, my team in Tampa and then my team in Long Island. We're all just one big crew.
Yeah, thick as thieves, as I saw. Well, it's the New York state of mind. It's all with people it's all people that from where you're from. Let's get into the fight. This fight was a very high-stakes fight for you. The last fight on your contract, coming out of a really tough 2-fight skid. Last Saturday, you were matched up against Genaro Valdez, a formidable Mexican fighter who's known for his grit and his finishes. How are you feeling mentally in the build-up for this fight?
I was preparing for a fight. I got a good amount of notice for this fight. I got like 14 weeks notice, which gave me a good amount of time to plan out a great fight camp. And I've been doing this for 10 years now. I know what I need to do to prepare for a fight. I've got a great team behind me who believes in me, and we got to work. And my confidence comes from my hard work. So I put in the hard work. I was confident fight night that I could go out there and defeat Valdez the way I did. And, we're just getting started.
Yeah, absolutely. In the preparation for the fight, did you do any special preparation in the mental aspect? Because you fight relentlessly, but you've had a few hiccups. And that had you in a complex spot coming into the fight with Genaro.
Yeah, I'm always trying to work on my patience in the octagon. And going into that fight, patience was on my mind, awareness was on my mind. and I know I'm skilled wherever the fight goes, and what it came down to is I heard him. And once I heard him, I smelled blood, and I went for the finish, and that's even where I feel like I'm strong in this mixed martial arts game as well. As when I hurt somebody, I finish, and I think I showed that in this fight. But every aspect of my game, of my martial arts, I'm always trying to fine tune and grow and become more technical and more aware in there. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Well, in the build-up to the fight, you were adamant in saying that you were going to remind us what got you into the dance and what kind of fighter you were. Did you feel any extra pressure to perform due to the context of your career at that particular moment? I ask this because I felt so good watching you have that redemptive moment at the end of that fight.
Yeah, thank you, man. It seems like the fight game is brutal, and people only remember your last fight. The real ones, my team, my family, who's been with me my entire career, knows what I'm capable of. But a lot of people just saw my last fight and saw me get knocked out, and kind of counted me out. So this fight, I definitely wanted to remind everyone, who I am and what I'm capable of.
Well, that fight was wild. There's no secret about that. You guys traded heavy leather almost from the get-go. You scored multiple knockdowns before securing that win. Genaro was really welcoming to all that savagery, and it showed in a way because that's what got him into the dance as well. What was the game plan coming into this fight? Because we saw high pressure. It turned into a brawl real quick. Did you get kind of pulled into that situation?
Yeah, I did. Well, I heard him, and I think once I heard him, that's when I smelt the finish. I knew the finish was close, and I went for it both times. The game plan was patience. The game plan was to drag him into the later rounds because I know he's got a lot of first-round finishes, and I knew he was tough, but I wanted to test him in the later rounds. But I'm happy with the first-round finish.
How did you feel about not getting a bonus? Did you feel this was a bonus-worthy performance?
Yeah, I definitely do think it was. I set a record with 5 knockdowns. Anybody could watch that fight and tell me like how many knockdowns you count, but it was clearly 5. So I'm saying we broke the record. But hopefully the UFC does right by me.
Well, the UFC for sure has a lot of talking to do with you. This was the last fight on your contract. I heard you talking to the good old Mike Heck about testing the free agency waters. As of today, has the UFC approached you in any way about keeping you in the fold?
Yeah, we're in talks. I want to stay with the UFC. I love fighting the octagon. So yeah, that's definitely what I want. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we're going to get a new deal done soon.
Well, that's great news because there's a lot of people interested in your services, and there are new fight promotions popping up. And man, it's going to be today as we're talking. It's Friday. It's Eagle FC's debut. Do you think that if you taste the free agency waters, you'll see good old Khabib knocking on your door?
That would be cool, man. I'm excited for that event tonight. I got a guy I've trained with, C-Dick is fighting. I'm excited to watch him. And, it's great for the sport, on more platforms for everyone to put on great fights, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, talking about your fight again, the crowd that night was electric and the fans loved your performance. I heard you say that you even had the chance to mingle with them, and even you watched the main fights with the crowd, which usually fighters don't get a chance to do that. How was that experience for you?
Oh, it was great. You know, I always have a great crew who comes out to every fight with me. You know, my family, my friends. So, you know, being able to go out there and see everybody after the fight and enjoy the rest of the fights and the rest of the show, it was awesome.
Well, we were talking about the preparation and the mental aspect of it all. This is the second event of the year, and you're in the mix for round of the year so far, which is great. Could you let me know how satisfying was for you and your inner circle to have that great performance? Because it takes a village to build up that confidence. It's not you only, it's the team, your family, etc., right?
Yeah, it was huge. You know, it was a great win. It was a great finish, and you know, it keeps our momentum rolling. You know, we gonna have a busy year with the whole team, and our momentum is moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if conversations come to fruition with the UFC, you'll get a new contract, and the lightweight division it's a place where a lot of amazing things can happen. It's such a rich and deep division. I saw you though recently talking about Paddy Pimblett, the Scouser, and you were basically calling him out. How do you like that fight? How do you see it playing out if it happens?
I love that fight, but he's got to go out there and get a win in March first. So hopefully he goes out there and gets that win, and then me and him in there would be fireworks. You know,
yeah,
be great. I think stand-up wise would be great. On the ground would be great. Yeah, you know, and
he's got he's fighting a Mexican too. He's fighting Casula Vargas, so it's going to be a hard one too. Man, as a fight fan, because I know you're a fight fan, and a man who holds a bachelor's degree in criminology, what would you say is the biggest robbery you've ever seen in a fight?
The biggest robbery. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back, but there's a lot of good close fights out there, and but I can't get one off the top of my head, a robbery though. But
I'll switch it up for you then. How do you feel? Because there's a lot of controversy, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of Latino guys are claiming that the fight between Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno it felt kind of a robbery. I personally think it comes with the territory of us rooting for our guy, right? But how do you feel about that fight?
I got to rewatch that fight, but every time those guys fight, it's like it's fireworks. It's such high level talent. Everyone, they're so fast, they're so technical. I think anytime those guys fight, it's gonna be close unless somebody gets a finish like Moreno did. But it's gonna be exciting, and the fans win every time that they fight.
Yeah, man. As a fan, still, there's a lot of good fights coming in the future, and I wanted to know, besides whatever comes next for you, what are some of the fights that you're more excited about coming in the future? It could be UFC, it could be your teammates.
Yeah, I'm real excited they announced that Gaethje Oliveira. That's going to be a great one.
Yeah. Well, you were vocal about coming to Brazil. You were trying to get a quick turnaround, right?
Yeah, Brazil would be sweet. I mean, we'll see. You know, May, June, July. I also just heard international fight weeks in July, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be great too. I felt a little bummed out when Brazil was off the table, at least for the moment, because I was gearing up to go. It's like the closest I can get right now. So I was really bummed out. But yeah, that... What? I'm sorry.
They'll be back to Brazil eventually.
Yeah, of course. Well, is there any other place that you'd like to go? Because Brazil, it feels like a hotbed for MMA, and you were talking about the history and how rich the things are over there. Is there another place that you'd like to perform besides Brazil?
Oh yeah, I want to go everywhere. I like they were talking UFC France. I think that would be cool. Never been to France. That'd be sweet. Whenever they go to Australia or New Zealand, wherever, that would be sweet. You know, I love to travel. I love to fight. I love to fight people from all over the world, test my skills, you know, and travel, I'll do it. So.
Oh. There we go. Well, man, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. I don't want to take any more of your time, and I really appreciate that you get a chance to connect with us. Before we let you go, of course, if you have a message for your fans in South America and all the Spanish-speaking fans, it's your moment, my man.
Yeah, thank you for talking. You know, all the South American fans out there, you know, I have the utmost respect for all the Mexican fighters that I've fought, and Valdez for the heart that he showed. And the growing of mixed martial arts in South America is awesome. You know, they got the UFC PI in Mexico now, and I think that's just gonna keep helping, you know, pump out great Mexican fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be amazing to see what kind of opportunities that could lay for the South American and, of course, the Mexican fighters that are coming up. Man, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. Fordewin is your house, my man. Anytime you want to come here, you'll be good to go. Thank you so much for your time, my man.
We'll talk again soon. Have a good one.
You too, my brother. Thank you.
The top, ain't got no time to relax. Always working, no stop. Leave my soul on the track. Bounce your head off the mat. This is one stop shop. Got what you need in the back. Coming for the win, no weakness.